Here's the most overlooked step in real estate investing. Being great at one thing will make you so much more money than being great at 10. Or you can always not watch this video and keep doing what you're doing. My name's Travis Oglesby, guys. I started investing in 2016. Today I do deals all across the Southeast. And my single family portfolio is just over 18 million and it grows every month. I have a simple process and I look forward to showing you guys how we do it. Learning really what to focus on in real estate can allow you to do so many more deals and become more profitable. Trust me, you look at wholesaling, fix and flip, BRRRR, lease option, novate, owner finance, sandwich lease option. What else? There's more. It can get overwhelming, but I'm going to show you guys how to pick the right niche so that you can calm your mind and really start to hit the goals that you set out to hit. So guys, later in this video, I'm going to give away my personal buy box. And so there'll be a link down here. And so guys, in real estate, we have wholesaling, we have fix and flipping, we have creative finance, renting, Airbnbs, we have others. But it's easy to get stuck here and really not know which one to do. Or worse, you do all of them. And that's where a lot of problems can come into real estate. And so let's break these different types down. So really, of all of those types that I just named to you, there's two things that are happening there. One is your transaction, two, you're investing. Okay. A lot of times you'll see people, they think they're real estate investing, but really they're just wholesaling. Now, the term can be used for the category that it's placed in, but in actuality, it's just transactional. And so I would encourage you guys to take a look at what you're doing today and look to see if you are in a transactional space or if you were in an investing space. And then go even deeper. Think about which one you want to be in. So let me give you an example. So transactional. Let's talk about transactional for a second. What is that? How does that work? And so what does that mean? And so with being transactional, it's more on the business side of things. So you make a product and you sell it for more. So take wholesaling. You go and get a deeply discounted contract because you're very good at finding motivated sellers. And then you sell that piece of paper for $10 or $15 or $20,000 more. Right? That's transactional. The deal closes, then you have to go do the next one. You are never paid again on that deal you just did. Right? That is not investing. Investing is what continues to pay you over time. So that is transactional. Now let's look at the investor side. So think BRRRR, think Airbnb, or my personal favorite, creative finance with owner financing. And so I consider this the investor side because you're taking something that isn't worth much today. You inject dollars into it that improve it. And then that thing, which just happens to be a house in this case, pays you every month for the rest of your life going forward. Pretty cool, right? That's why a lot of us get into this. And so when I first started in the business, I did have to be transactional. And so maybe that's where you guys are at today, but I want you to think about this. Like, do I still need to make these big cash pops? Is that what I'm still trying to do? Or am I looking to build a portfolio and maximize that portfolio? That's investing. So I prefer the investing side. That's mostly what we do in our business today. Your guys's might be that you need to generate cash. So it's okay to become transactional until you can move to the investing side. Okay. So don't think you guys just have to do one of those spots. Next, let's cover buy box. So I told you guys I'd give you my buy box here shortly. Buy box is probably the most, I never wanted to do this thing. I never wanted to build a buy box. And so what is a buy box? A buy box is a very specific type of home that you want to buy, whether you are fix and flipping or whether you are holding them as rental properties or owner financing. It doesn't matter. And so a buy box might be an example of, think a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, brick ranch in this specific zip code that doesn't have foundation issues. Pretty generic, right? Maybe under 200,000 and under $50,000 rehab. Okay. That's some of our criteria right there. But that right there is an example of a buy box. It tells you what type of home you should buy. And more importantly, it tells you what type of home you should not buy. And I'll give you guys an example on why this stuff really matters. And so most investors will just buy any house that has any profit in it, right? So like, I can make 20, 30 grand off this home. Like, let's do it. Well, let me give you an example of where that can go wrong. This is a real example. I hate that it's my own example, but it was a lesson that I had to learn. So hopefully you guys actually hear this and you build your own buy box. If you don't, like I said in the beginning, just keep doing what you're doing, and maybe you're happy with it. But this is my experience. So let's take a great deal. It's a 1 bedroom, 1 bath. Okay. A lot of you probably say you wouldn't buy it out of the gate. Bet you would if you thought it had a bunch of money in it. Let me give you an example on how it would go wrong. So let's just talk this through. And it's got a bunch of profit in it. So it's a great deal. We can buy it for 50, put 25 into it, and the ARV all day is 125. So 50K profit, right? Just hang on to that. If you guys are investors, you know there's less profit, but let's go with that. So 50K in profit. So sounds amazing. So you contract it, you close on it, you go put 25K into it, and you list it for sale. And now it doesn't sell, and you are forced to rent it. And then, oops, no one's interested in renting it because it's a 1-1 and you're in a college town, and families that have students that want roommates because they can't afford a rental rate. And so now you can't sell a 1-1 because there's no buyer pool for the 1-1. Now you can't rent the 1-1 because there's nobody who wants to rent the doggone thing. So the end result, now you have a vacant house, costs you money each and every month, and you have no one who wants it. But if you go all the way back to the beginning, that home looked like it was a great deal. Now, to avoid all of this mess without ever even getting to this point, this is why a buy box is so important. Guys, if you had a buy box that was a 3-2, $25,000 rehab max, under $200,000 purchase price, brick ranch, no foundation issues, you never would have even looked at this home. It wouldn't have been an option for you to buy it, which means you never would have bought the darn thing. Right? So that checks the box. That's exactly why we have a buy box. So when a deal comes across my desk and I look at it and it doesn't meet my buy box, I'm like, oh, darn. And we just pass on it. I don't even look at the numbers. We don't look into the deal at all. We just pass it on by. Yeah, you're leaving money on the table. It happens. Whenever you guys get good at anything in life, especially business, there's always money left on the table. Everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. So get used to leaving it on the table. Whenever you guys finally understand and get really good at one thing, it's when your whole life can change. And so, guys, the buy box we use for my business, it'll be here in the show notes. It seems easy to skip this section. Trust me, don't. I'm speaking from experience. I wish I wasn't, but I am. This will steer you away from the deals that you never should have bought. So if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. If you want our buy box, it'll be down here in the show notes on the ability to take you to the webpage that will get that for you guys. If you guys have any questions, keep leaving them in the comments. It's really fun commenting on this stuff every day. I'll try to respond to every single one of them. And guys, if you don't know Jesus or real estate, I suggest you get to know both. Catch you next time.